clear of the Elbe now, sir.
Still making 12 knots?
We are that.
Then it'll be a fast passage from Hamburg to Falmouth. 2 days to take on coal and provisions, then on to America.
Wouldn't have to waste 2 days taking on coal if we was under sail, sir.
Yeah, well, you're not. And if you were, you wouldn't have 150 emigrants aboard. You know emigrants, a steamer trade. Come on, let's crack a bottle. I feel like celebrating.
You know, I had words with the previous master of this puffin Billy. He reckoned that the sheer water gave him nothing but trouble, and it was always the engines that let him down.
Well, he was no woman. I wonder what you don't get like him. That engine's humming like a bird.
You know, sir, I reckon we was mighty lucky. When we tied up, I took one look at all those other steamers, the Swedes and the Germans. Regular runs to America, cheap fares, agents on the docks. I reckon we'd come away empty-handed. But like I said, we was lucky.
Lucky, eh? Where do you think I've been these last 10 days, hmm?
It's hardly my business to inquire, sir.
Poland. That's where I've been.
Poland?
Mm. Now that half of Europe's on the move, I intend to capitalize on it. So I went to the villages. Sold them tickets to Hamburg. Then an Eden line to New York, and then railway tickets on to Chicago. £12 a head, all in.
That don't take the biscuits.
Yep. £4 profit per head. £600, 6 trips. That makes £3,600. Plus what you make on the return journey. I reckon the old Shearwater ought to collect to £5,000 a year easy.
And you only paid £7,000 for us.
So I did. Well, here's to the emigrant trade, eh?
1 spoon, 1 fork, 1 knife, 1 tin cup, 1 tin plate, all a property of the Oneida line, and to be handed back in good condition at the point of disembarking. Otherwise, charged for. You haven't understood one witty word, have you? Isn't there one of you foreigners that can speak English?
I speak. Also my sister. No one else.
Well, thank heaven for small mercy. Now tell them this. For supper, they get beef or pork or fish and bread and potatoes. Breakfast, coffee, bread and butter when available. They'll not starve on an uneaten ship.
Sir, we are not hungry. We are ill.
Ill, what's the matter with you?
Oh, we are all feeling sick. It is the sea.
Oh, that? You wait until we get into the Atlantic. You'll find buckets outside.
You look as though you've been enjoying yourself down there.
I have. There's nothing like practical experience. What speed is she doing now, Captain Baines? Well?
13 knots, Master William, same as you said she would.
The chief engineer was right. Enlarging that valve on the low-pressure cylinders made all the difference. I'm sure we could get another knot out of her.
Well, I don't like pressing a ship too hard, not unless I asked her.
But the engine would stand it.
Now listen, there's much more to a ship than an engine. You got stokers down there.
Nothing like a constitutional at sea. But don't you agree, Captain Baines?
I'll take a couple of turns around the deck myself.
Sit down, lad. Come on, drink up. Been doing a man's job, you might as well have a man's drink.
Yes, sir.
Couple of things I want to say to you.
If it's about the bypass valve...
No, it's not about the bypass valve. I've had a letter from your mother. Now, I'm a plain man, but I can read between the lines. Something wrong at home.
It's a personal matter, sir.
It's family. You in trouble?
No.
Before you come on this voyage, you'd been staying with Robert and your Aunt Sarah. Why?
It was only for a few days. Mama agreed.
Your Uncle Robert that persuaded me to take you on this voyage. Then made your mother agree. Told me to mind my own business at the time, but now I would like to know why.
I wanted time to think something out, that's all.
Like what? Come on, lad, I'll find out sooner or later.
It's to do with my parentage, sir. You knew, I suppose.
I thought it might be something like that. How did you find out?
I think I half guessed. Mr. Fogarty confirmed it.
Oh. Anything else said?
Nothing.
Nothing, eh?
I stayed out most that day. I must have walked miles. That night, I told Mama I needed time to think. It was Mr. Fogarty who suggested I stay with Uncle Robert.
Did he?
Uncle Robert was very understanding. He told me I was only looking at that ugly word.
Hey, there is another word, you know.
I know. Love child? You said there are a couple of things, Uncle.
Oh, aye. Yes. Now, I hear that you and Charlotte have been seeing quite a lot of each other.
We are good friends.
Aye.
She's my cousin. I'm very fond of her.
It's because she is your cousin that I'd like you to give her the opportunity of making other friends. Now, you take my meaning.
Quite, sir.
We'll have another drink and say no more.
Well,
Well, it's a good letter. He expresses himself very well.
is that all you have to say?
Well, the boy's had a shock. His whole world has been turned upside down. He needs time to readjust.
Having been the cause of driving him away, you propose to do nothing.
William is nearly a grown man. It's high time he came out from behind your petticoats.
I don't need a lecture, Daniel, on how to deal with my own son.
Now, you listen to me, Elizabeth. For the last month, he'd done nothing but lay blame on my head for telling him the truth. Now, whether that decision was wise or not, only time can tell, but it's done and we cannot turn the clock back. Any more than you can escape the fact that he is our son. Not mine, not yours, but ours. Elizabeth!
Oh, do forgive me for cutting short your speech, Daniel. But I have one of my own to make to Brother Robert. And furthermore, I will not have matters concerning my personal life bandied around for all and sundry to discuss.
This display of self-righteous indignation does not become you, Elizabeth. And I'm not having a row in the shop. Come into the office.
When I asked if William could stay with you for a few days, I did not think you would use that as an excuse to pry into my personal relationships with Daniel Fogarty. Pry? Yes, pry. I've had a letter from William, and it's obvious you got him to discuss things that were none of your concern.
I suggest you get your facts straight before you start talking like that. William was our guest. We had no wish to discuss you or Fogarty.
We made that quite clear. But the poor boy was overwrought, completely overwrought.
Overwrought to the extent that he found he had to talk to someone. Sarah and I simply listened and gave him what comfort we could.
Yes, you were very good with him.
You know, Elizabeth, for years, Sarah and I have been advising you to tell William the truth.
I was afraid of what he might think of me.
It came as a terrible shock to him to hear it like that from Daniel Fogarty.
And more of a shock in the manner of it.
Oh, Robert, what am I going to do?
Do nothing. Well, at least do nothing until the lad gets back here and tells you in his own time. Tells you because he wants to tell you, not because you say he has to.
Of course, if you were to marry Fogarty, that would almost make William legitimate.
Sarah.
for more steam, but we're still losing speed.
We are heading straight into the wind, Baines.
It shouldn't affect us that much, sir. I mean, we're barely making 6 knots.
William, why don't you?
Engine room!
Engine room's a shambles, Captain. There's no hope of repairing that pipe. Needs skilled men to do that.
What about the engineer?
Dead. Sir.
We can put him ashore at Falmouth.
No. We'll take the Shearwater straight on to Liverpool under sail, Captain Baines. Transfer the emigrants onto another ship there.
There's only the Charlotte Rhodes there, sir, and she's due to go into dry dock.
I'm not giving up this emigrant trade just because some damn steam engines let me down.
Emigrants won't travel on a sailing ship, not under canvas.
You try telling him that.
Stephen, we're in America.
Impossible.
No, it's true. We're going up a wide river, and there are buildings, and in front of us is a big town. It's just as you told me.
Right. Quiet, everyone. Now, where's the man who speaks English?
I'm here.
Good. Mr. Onidian wants a word with you. This is the man, sir. What's your name?
Rich. Stepan Rich.
Mr. Ridge, as you've probably guessed, we've had a spot of bother with the engine, so we've had to put into Liverpool for repairs.
How long do we stay?
Well, until the engineers looked at it, it's hard to say. Maybe 3 days, maybe 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Could take a long time. Now, what I propose to do is to transfer you lot onto another ship. A beautiful sailing ship called the Charlotte Rhodes. Right, tell them now, will you?
No.
What do you mean, no?
We're not going sailing ship. Our tickets say steamship.
Yes, I know that, Mr. Ridge, but as I've just explained to you, that's just not possible.
Sailing ship take too long. We wait until this one is mended. Steamship is promised on ticket.
I guess that's what they say, sir.
Yes, did you indeed, Mr. Morgan?
If we're here for 3 weeks, it's going to cost a tidy sum to feed this lot.
Feed them? Oh, let them look to the contract. I only feed them while on voyage.
No food. You not give us food?
Only when we're sailing. Still, don't worry. Plenty of cheap eating houses ashore.
We have no money.
I see. No money at all?
Very little. That is for America. We not spend, we starve first.
Oh, gee. I tell you what, Mr. Ridge, I'll strike a bargain with you. Now, you'll go by steamer, and I'll feed you all while the ship is being repaired if you supply me with some labor.
Labor?
Aye, 6 strong men to tend the ship's fires while we are sailing.
And you feed all of us?
Until we land in America. Ah. See to that, Mr. Morgan, will you?
Aye, aye, sir.
Oh, Mr. Morgan. When we do sail, don't bother to sign on any stokers, will you?
The War Office?
A regular run. 6 ships a year. Port side, then on to Bombay. They'll guarantee us 200 passengers, both out and back.
Yes, the rate seems very reasonable.
And quite a few of the officers will be returning not only with wives, but with furniture. We set our own freight rate.
How did you come by this?
Oh, someone owed me a favor from the past. And I found out he'd been promoted to the War Office.
And you had no hesitation in asking him to repay the favor.
We all have to pay our debts, Elizabeth, sooner or later.
Oh, Daniel, please don't...
All I'm asking is that we try to begin anew.
I wonder. William!
Hello, Mama.
It's good to see you, William.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I imagine you and your mother have much to talk about. Why don't you both dine with me in my hotel suite this evening?
Well, that would be very... William?
Thank you, sir.
Excellent. I'll go and prepare the fatted calf. Or something similar.
You need a bath.
I do, don't I?
No, I don't think so, thank you. That was a most delicious meal.
Yes, thank you, sir.
You live very well, Daniel.
Well, I have comfort, yes. But it doesn't compensate for living alone.
Money isn't everything.
Yes, it is rather trite saying, isn't it? But having experienced both extremes, I think there's a certain truth in it.
Then perhaps you should seek happiness by giving your money away, sir.
William!
Well, who knows? I might just do that.
Oh, Daniel, do be serious.
Endow, say, a dozen orphanages. Did you know I was an orphan, William?
No, sir.
Unlike you, I grew up under the shadow of not even knowing who my parents were.
I see. Then I think you have every right to be proud of your achievements, sir.
Oh, thank you, William. But if a man is true to himself, he can only advance in the world.
My thoughts entirely, sir. That is why I intend to be true to myself by not following in your footsteps.
Why?
I have no aspirations to be a sea captain like you, sir.
Now listen here.
Daniel.
Look, William, you're going to inherit phrases. The Fraser line, the Fraser yard. A knowledge of the sea is essential.
I already know a good deal about the sea, sir, and steam engines. Enough to talk to engineers, anyway. But if I'm to make a success of Fraser's, I believe a sound knowledge of modern business methods to be much more essential. The Fraser office hasn't changed since grandfather's time. Now, Uncle Robert, he's far more enterprising.
Robert, enterprising?
Yes, he's organised that retail store of his by the most up-to-date methods.
Well, the boy may well have a point, Elizabeth. So tell us, how would you go about reorganizing Fraser's?
To begin with, you have far too many clerks duplicating one another's work. Well, I feel that you should replace at least 2 of them with one of the new typewriting machines.
A noisy typewriter clattering away in my office?
A lady typewriter can produce 90 characters a minute, and every letter legible. Now compare that with the output of a clerk trained in copper plate.
A lady typewriter? Never.
Your mother's right. The clerks would never stand for it.
Then dismiss them.
No. Well, supposing you were given a free hand, could you do it?
I don't know.
And I suggest you think about it. An employer has a duty to his employees.
Yes, I know that, sir, but I'm talking about progress.
And I'm talking about obligations, such as your obligation to Miss Gaunt.
Sir?
She invested a good deal of money in your engineering ideas.
I asked her to keep a tally. I intend to repay her as soon as I can.
Daniel, if William were to come into the office, he could dispense with that workshop at the back of James's house.
Yes. Yes, perhaps we should find him a desk at Fraser's.
Thank you, Mama. You too, Mr. Fogarty.
I'll ring for your carriage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel. You have now received the rules of conduct for this establishment, and I advise you strongly to study them diligently. In your own time, if you don't mind. Now, as new members of the staff, I should point out to you that the retail trade offers abundant opportunity to the industrious. But I can assure you, and mark me well, that there is no place in it for the indolent. Is that clear? Good. Now, Mr. Samuel will draw your particular attention to the more important regulations. Thank you.
Rule 10. Gossiping, loitering, or making any unnecessary noise is strictly prohibited.
For which offence the offender will be fined half a crown.
Rule 14. For allowing a customer to leave the premises unattended without calling the attention of a superintendent.
Fine, sixpence.
Rule 22. For leaving a counter unattended.
Sixpence.
And Rule 31. For giving wrong measure or sending out wrong goods.
9 pence, and the assistant to make good the loss incurred. Is that clear? Good. Now you may go and attend to your duties. Mr. Samuel will conduct you to your respective departments. Now, good day to you. Good day. Miss Postlethwaite.
Robert,
Hello, my dear.
what is your opinion of this?
It's fine quality workmanship. Where did you get it?
From a woman. I thought you'd be interested. She's outside.
Oh, all right then. Fetch her in. No, no, no. Please, take that back to the stockroom. Samuel, how many times have I told you that the windows will not be dressed while customers are in the shop? I mean, it creates a bad impression.
I'm sorry, Father.
All right. All right.
That's okay.
Well, now, this is very fine workmanship. Where did you get it?
Please?
Where did you buy?
Oh, you buy, I sell, yes?
Foreign.
Yes. Samuel, you've learned languages. Ask her in her own.
Vous êtes français? Deutsch?
Oh, ja, ich bin Deutsch-Polnisch. But I speak English.
Then why didn't you say so in the first place? What is your name and where do you live?
My name is Maritsa. I come from Poland. I go on a big ship to America with my brother. My brother, he speak very good English.
Where did you get the lace?
Oh, I make.
You made this yourself?
Yeah, it's very fine. You buy?
Oh, no, Sarah, this is a waste of time. I mean, she couldn't possibly keep us supplied.
Oh, Robert, you've always emphasized the importance of quality, and good lace makers are very hard to find these days.
Well, she works her weave diagonally. Cardonnet is rather fine, but it sets the outlines off boldly. Oh, yes, I think, Sarah, you're right. I mean, anyone would pay good money for work of this quality. Oh, yes.
Do you think we could persuade her to work for us? My alterations department has a crying need for somebody skilled in the arts of lace work.
Mama, she's going to America.
To what purpose? To find work? She can do just as well here and save herself the journey. She could earn good wages.
15 shillings a week. And with your nimble fingers, a good deal more.
You wish for me to work here? Oh, it's good.
Father, I really don't
You'll
think
be
there's
well taken care of, and you'll earn good money.
Samuel, show her around the sewing room.
Oh, it's good.
You like it?
Warm, clean, and dry.
It's nothing but a sweatshop. Maritsa, you must not think of working here. You will be treated like a slave. Oh, Slavin. Go to America.
No, I speak with my brother first.
How much?
For all?
Mm-hmm. Here, take this. For America.
It's gold. Oh, so much. Oh, I stay, work here.
No, you must not.
Right. Well, Samuel, have you persuaded her?
Yes, I work here for 15 shillings.
Good. That's a wise decision, child. You'll not regret it. Well done, lad. Well done.
Ich gehe sofort.
You are not going. Maritsa, speak English. In America is necessary. We all speak English. Do I not teach?
I not go to America.
You will go America. Passage money is paid.
But look.
Where did you get that?
3 golden English sovereigns for lace.
It's too much money.
Oh, the English are rich, more rich than Americana. Here, you take for family, I earn more.
No. We go to America as family. We stay together. That is our strength.
I stay here.
You are too young, little sister.
Samuel will look after me.
Samuel? Who is this Samuel?
Onidin. His father owns the shop. His uncle owns this ship. He's a very important young man. And I think he liked me very much.
And Samuel give you money?
For lace.
Give to me. I will speak with Mr. O'Neidin.
Oh, Samuel, it's lovely. Truly lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's quite exquisite, Samuel. Where did you buy it?
Oh, from a street peddler.
Name Maritsa Ridge. If my information is correct. Well, young man, what have you to say for yourself?
I have nothing to hide, sir. I bought it from her tray.
According to Mr. Ridge, you tried to entice his sister to stay ashore by showering her with gold.
Leave
No,
us,
sir, on the
Charlotte.
contrary,
Oh,
I-
please, Letty.
To what Miss Gaunt says. High time you were in bed anyway.
When will you stop treating me like a child, Father? I'm almost a woman.
Well, if you
How
just
much
let me
would you
explain-
say all this lace was worth, Letty?
Well, it's a very good quality. I don't know, 25, maybe 30 shillings.
This young fool offers her almost double.
Uncle, I was only doing her a kindness. Mamma was going to pay her 15 shillings a week to work as a seamstress. Well, that sewing room's nothing but a sweatshop. So I begged Maritsa not to accept the offer, but to continue to America.
You acted from motives of misguided sentimentality, on top of which you caused a lot of mischief.
Mischief? How?
How? Because half those emigrants were all for marching ashore and settling here, convinced the streets of Liverpool are paved with gold.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Uncle. I just did what I thought was best.
Well, I'm sure you did. I wonder if you would have offered her 3 sovereigns if she'd been a grey-haired old crone. Here, take your money.
So what about
I'll
the lace?
see that she gets it back. Now, it's getting late. Say good night to Miss Gaunt. And see yourself out.
Yes, sir. Good night, Miss Gaunt.
Good night, Samuel.
That young fool almost cost me a fortune.
What? How?
What if those emigrants had marched off and stayed here, eh? Fine start that would have been to my emigrant trade. It's a good trade, too, you know. They walk on at one end and walk off the other. No loading, no unloading. Quick turnabout, and then back to the next lot.
Oh, those poor immigrants. They're treated like cattle and everyone exploits them.
No, not me. They pay a fair price and they get fair treatment.
And you make a great deal of money into the bargain.
Well, of course. I'm in the business of making money. So are they. Why do you think they're going to America, hey? To make money. And I'm helping them.
James, has it ever occurred to you that you can help people without making money out of them?
Perhaps I should get another conscience.
I can't take her place. Neither do I intend to.
I don't expect you to. Just remain yourself.
Another proposal, James?
Miss Gaunt, I intend to marry you.
Mr. O'Neidin, I intend that you should. When I'm ready.
doing here?
I quarreled with my brother. I come through the window.
Maritsa, you cannot possibly stay here.
I not go to America. I stay and work for your father.
Now, look, this is all my fault.
Well, he pay me 15 shilling each week.
Yes, but you don't understand that for 15 shillings a week, they will work you very, very hard. It'll be a hard life.
That is not important. I like you, Samuel.
Yes, I like you, Maritsa. That is why I say you must go to America.
Oh, soon there will be plenty Polish people there.
Yes, exactly, so you'll be with your own kind.
But all will want work. When all want work, wages are low. I stay here. I'm the only Polish person. I make good money.
Yes, but
So you will speak with your father. Oh, Samuel, you're most kind.
What is the meaning of this?
Father.
You go to your room. I'll deal with you later.
No, Father, you
Not
do
another word, sir. Not another word. And as for you, you will leave these premises immediately before I bring a switch to you.
Pretty, was she?
Oh, like a ripe plum.
And she kissed you?
On the lips?
No.
Well, poor girl was positively demented with passion.
My word, you do see life, Samuel.
And after last night, I'm to see a deal more of it.
Oh?
Father's decided to pack me off to a department store in New York. Oh,
New
Lord, I
York?
must go.
Good day, William.
How'd you do, Uncle?
Is all well at home?
Yes, sir. It's been agreed I'm to work in the office.
Oh, capital, capital. I've devised a new systems ledger for the control of stock, when to reorder, etc. I'd value your opinion on it sometime.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Excuse me.
William!
Why, Charlotte? Miss Gaunt?
You've been back 2 whole days and haven't called on us.
Well, the fact of the matter is,
He must come back and have tea with us, mustn't he, Letty?
Yes, I suppose. Yes, of course. That is if you'd like to, William.
Yes, I would. Very much. Thank you.
Why can I not work in England?
Because I say so. I'm head of family and I say no.
But my hands are good, my fingers quick. In England, I learned plenty money. In America, who knows?
Maritsa, you cannot work in Liverpool because Mr. Robert will not permit it. You stay on ship. My last word.
It's not fair.
Maritsa, England is a small country with many, many people. America is big country with few people. It's better, no?
All right, I stay.
You'll not regret. In America already are many Polish peoples. One day you marry a nice Polish boy. Make family to grow up in America, eh?
You marry rich American lady, yes?
We will see.
I had to tell you because I didn't want you to think ill of me.
Oh, I'm so glad you did, William. Father never should have told you to stay away. I'm old enough to choose my own friends.
That's exactly how I feel, and to lead my own life.
Letty keeps saying I'm grown up. For all that, she still treats me like a child. Why shouldn't we be friends?
I quite agree, but it will be difficult for us to meet.
Yes. Especially when Papa's home.
Perhaps we could find a secret meeting place.
Come along, Charlotte. Give me a paw.
Is there anything
It's
I
all
can...
right, you sit yourself down. There you are. So, you decided to finish with your engineering work then, William?
Yes, but how did you know?
Mr. Fogarty paid me a visit this morning.
Oh, may I ask why?
Well, he was most insistent that he repay me for all the money I've spent on your engineering.
But he had no right. I promised to repay you myself.
I think that's his intention, from your allowance. Thank you, Charlotte.
In here, Father.
Time for tea. Hello, William. Surprised to see you here.
I invited William to tea, James.
Oh, did you? Well, no need to go on my account.
I was about to leave anyway, Uncle.
Well, the engineers have finished those repairs. We can sail on the tide. Quite complimentary they were about some of those modifications you suggested. Yes, they're going to replace that pipe.
And that's all they've done, sir?
Well, all that was needed.
But I still feel the fault lies elsewhere.
Oh, I think the engineers are qualified to know.
Yes, sir. Well, I hope I'm proved wrong.
Leslie, can I walk to the corner with William?
Yes, yes, of course. If you come straight back.
Thank you for the tea, Miss Gordon. Goodbye, Uncle.
Goodbye, William. If you like, I'll stand on the front doorstep and watch them all the way to the corner.
We could have some rare battles, you and I.
Again, it is time for your English lesson. Already, some of you know many words. Soon you will know more.
By America, all will know a little English.
In 10 days, we will be in America. 10 days.
No, only speak English. That is the way to learn.
This is Onidin ship. When you write to other Polish peoples, you tell them travel on Onidin ship. Mr. Onidin, make me agent. This is Onidin ticket.
Steady 30 knots. Dead on course.
Weather holds, we'll be breaking a few records. Capital cook is Long Charlie, but his duff sinks like lead.
Why have 3 helpings?
Better belly burst than good food waste, my old grandmother used to tell me.
That engine's humming sweetly.
Pity Master William's not here to see it.
William, you'll just have to explain it in simpler terms.
Very well. This valve is essentially a one-way device. It allows steam pressure to flow in one direction only. When the valve is open, the steam flows through. Close the valve, and you stop the flow. The control is by means of a small wheel which opens or shuts the device.
And you said that that can lead to a build-up in pressure.
Yes, that is why bypass systems were devised, like this. You could then open the second valve and draw off the steam.
Like the points of a railway line?
Yes. Now, on the shear water, the valves open and close automatically by means of tension springs. Now, in time, these are bound to corrode. And when that happens, the valve jams shut.
You mean it can happen again?
Yes. There will be a build-up in pressure and eventually...
then there'll be an explosion.
Yes, the pipe will burst. Suddenly came to me this morning.
William, can't we let them know?
How? By now, they must be in mid-Atlantic.
The engineer wants to shut down to half speed, sir. We are taking a fair old pounding.
Very well. Half speed.
Engine room, shut down to half speed.
Ależ, mamo. Przysiągam się do ciebie.
Now keep her steady there. We still seem to have plenty of pressure.
It's just not getting through.
Hello. Engine room, engine room.
There's no reply.
Must be mad. He stopped the engines. We're losing steerage way. We'll broach too.
Right, I'll go below. Damn steam engines. Ready to make sail, and fast.
Aye, aye, sir. Mr. Morgan, all hands to make sail. Liven up there. I want that canvas up fast. Sails are drawing well, sir. Making about 8 knots.
Right, good.
It'll be 5 days before we make landfall. Are you gonna do it now, sir?
Aye. I don't leave it any longer.
Drink. It make you sleep.
What is it?
It's laudanum and rum. Put that in the bay.
Block Island, dead ahead, sir.
I'll be entering the Sound within the hour.
The land of the free.
The sea's the only place a man can be free.
Free as the wind, only under canvas, Captain.
Oh, now look. All right, Mr. Morgan, that'll be all. How's the girl, sir?
Oh, fully recovered. She'll have to find a new trade.
Lucky she didn't lose the whole hand.
Aye. You know, Biggs, I've been thinking. That steam engines let me down twice in this voyage.
Well, you know what I think of puffin' billies.
It cost a lot of money to go over to steamers, and yet the emigrant trade is steam trade.
So the answer is, give it up.
Not on your life. No, when I want a steamship in future, I'll charter one. Let somebody else have the headaches. Right. Where's Long Charlie and my breakfast?